Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is the join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that.
Well, if you follow Zambian current affairs, you may be aware that a former foreign affairs minister in Edgar Chagolungu's government, Stephen Campyongo's wife, has been in prison for a while now, and new details have emerged from a court situation, pretty much a legal predicament. So the details that have emerged are these. So Emmanuel Mwamba posted, that's Stephen Campyongo's wife, and she says that's according to Emmanuel Mwamba. In a landmark ruling, a court of appeal grants Wenizia Campyongo bail. So and then the details are after 1 year in jail. So she's been in jail for the past 1 year. Wenizia is granted bail of appeal and the likelihood of success. In a landmark ruling, Honorable Lady Justice Betty Wamwaka, the judge of the Court of Appeal, has granted bail pending appeal of Mrs. Wenizia Campyongo, the wife to former Minister of Home Affairs, not Foreign Affairs, Stephen Campyongo, was sentenced to 3 years in prison for allegedly possession of property suspected to be proceeds of crime. She has appealed both the sentence and the conviction. So part of that 3 years conviction that she had, she seems that she already served 1 year and now she's been granted bail. So she was Honorable Campyongo was acquitted on the 11 counts related to the same allegations due to lack of evidence. So the husband was acquitted, but the wife ended up going in prison, and now she's been given that appeal application. So, and then he highlights the details in that. So that's what's going on in the Campyongo household. So the wife has been granted bail after 1 year in prison. But that doesn't mean the court case is thrown out. They'll still have to go back to court, and then she has to fight that. As you may be aware, she's fighting both the conviction and also the sentencing. So she's waiting for that. But the saga with Given Lubinda continues. As you may be aware of what happened yesterday, Lubinda beaten and abducted. That's according to the Daily Nation. That's the news everywhere else. And it's been addressed from all angles, and we'll get a clear cut by the end of the day, most likely, of how things are going to proceed. But yeah, that's the situation with Given Lubinda. And then the Zambia Police Service is investigating the video showing Given Lubinda being dragged out of a lodging facility in Kabwe, says Home Affairs and Internal Security Minister Jack Mwimbu. So one thing that is commendable, the Minister of Home Affairs addressed this situation immediately as it was developing last night. He addressed the nation on what the police has done and how the situation was proceeding. And like letting the situation first and then rumors start running around, he addressed it immediately. That's very commendable, definitely. And that's where that update was taken from. So that's during the press brief that he was having last night. Where he was updating the nation, and then some of the extract, according to Kalemba, says we will not allow Zambia to return to the political violence we saw in the past. Home Affairs and Internal Security Minister Jack Mwimbu condemns the Given Lubinda incident which occurred in Kabwe today. So that's the update from the minister. But Manu Mwamba has also apologized. So he says, family, I apologize for the still picture of Honorable Given Lubinda allegedly being in hospital. I was live and the picture was sent to me live on the forum. I uploaded it, pairs of the live broadcast. I should have verified it was sent. I should have verified it. It was sent to me by a member from Kabwe, and I was online. My lapse That photo is not of given Lubinda. I apologize, but thank you for your concerns. And cause let's focus on the attack and abduction. So if you remember, there was a photo that was circulating that was published by Emmanuel Mamba, should have been last night, where he was saying that was given in the in hospital. It was then discovered to say that picture was AI generated. So that's what he was apologizing for. He says no, it's because he was live at the time that he received that information, and he decided to include it in his live broadcast without verifying. So he apologized for that. And then before the night, there were a number of broadcasts last night. So this guy is alleged to be a UPND in the UPND youth leadership in Kabwe. So he put up a video. I don't know what the agenda was. I think he was trying to clear out the name, and then he simply acknowledged to say they actually did that. They got given wind forcefully from that lodge, and his justification is that that gathering that they were having in Kabwe was unlawful assembly, and they instituted citizen arrest. And then everybody's wondering, in what capacity do you institute citizen arrest on someone that is having a meeting? How many NGOs or CSOs have meetings in lodges that are private? So that argument, no one is buying it. Even the UPND are not buying it. They've simply said he's on his own. Whatever he acknowledged, pretty much he acknowledged how they did it, and he was even upset that the police rescued Given Lubinda. He was like, "No, I can even confirm. I'm pretty sure you've seen the video by now. I can confirm that Given Lubinda is okay. It's actually the police that came to rescue him." So he's acknowledging that the police came to rescue Given Lubinda from his custody, or the people's that he was working with his custody. So pretty much everyone is just laughing at this guy. So George Mutonga, UPND guy from the US, says this is pretty much calls him a word that I will not use there. This is an whatever. This type of people shouldn't be allowed in politics. And then he goes further to say, Ambassador, next time control your propaganda so the truth can remain. So he's simply referring to the photo that he had shared of Given Lubinda, simply saying, yes, this guy and his people did something wrong, and they're part of the UPND. According to he identifies himself in that video. I don't know what he was going for. So that's why they say sometimes school is very important. Pretty much he identifies his position in the UPND and the people that he was working with, and he says the student citizen arrest because the gathering of Given Lubinda was an illegal thing. In what capacity, honestly? So we are yet to hear more details. And then police boss Gabriel Musamba assures Home Affairs and Internal Security Minister Jack Mwimbu that the Lubinda incident in Kabwe is being treated with urgency, and those found wanting shall face the full force of the law. And then obviously another UPND supporter from the US, Mashake Akashambatwa, and he simply says, can this fool be arrested, please? This is why school is very important. That's very true. I don't know what logic he was using in trying to, because the earlier video, there was a conversation where people were saying, no, we can't identify if they're UPND, no, the video is not clear. Then he did another video where he simply explains, he names the lodge where they picked Given Lubinda from. People are even laughing. Just look at the number of laughing emojis on this particular video. It's quite funny to watch. So he names the lodge where they went to pick him, and he says they watched him as they did. Anyway. So Mashaka simply says, can this fool be arrested, please? This is why they say school is important. And then he says, I do not like Given Lubinda, but this is but as a United Party for National Development, UPND, we refuse to be that thuggery party that the PF was. Arrest this person. So everyone in the UPND, according for that youth individual to be arrested, it says regardless of his UPND and his people, should be arrested. So he's made the job for the police quite easy, honestly, with this follow-up video, because the initial video where people are shooting from angles, it's quite easy to argue to say no, you can't identify who the people, until they did this video where he was trying to address that. And then Mashaka Yakashamba goes further to say, the United Party for National Development, UPND leadership and party in government has the duty to protect every citizen, including opposition political leaders, against violence. The pattern of alleged UPND violence will erode every effort made so far on ending Kadarism. So he advises to say this situation should be addressed immediately and like letting it fester and continue. Obviously, more images coming from the address of Home Affairs Minister earlier on. And then in other news, Brian Apunda, this is the Socialist Party, he should be Secretary General or Media Director, one of the positions, I'm not sure. He says the most underperforming and disappointing ministries under United Party for National Development, UPND government, is Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Health, and Ministry of Mines, according to his list. He says those are the most underperforming ministries. I don't know what you think. And then obviously Gilbert Risaniso, youth chairperson, is on the Cobber Belt. And he had an address for a 10-day working visit. So Mr. Risaniso, according to Movie TV, the National Youth Executive, have taken time to tour the province for party mobilization and address pertinent issues affecting youth, including the importance of voter registration. So he's on the ground to go and build momentum. And then Shufetayari in another news says Emmanuel Mwamba wrote to the international organizations and the UPND also wrote to the same organization. Why are we being so petty, embarrassing our country? So there's that situation that is going on where Emmanuel Mwamba has taken the UPND to SADC. And then also Chief saying no, that those are internal issues are supposed to be addressed in-house in Zambia, and like taking laundry to the globe. In other news, Lubinda's case given priority. Government says perpetrators behind Patriotic Front PF leaders' assault abduction will face the wrath of the law. That's in the Real Times. And then Mass newspaper says, which one Zambia, one nation? There is only one Zambia, one region, according to Chanda there. That's in the Mass newspaper. And then there's a UPND, you brutalize and abduct Lubinda, obviously. We wait and see how it plays out. As the police have said, they are very much on the ground and given this situation the priority it deserves. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Have a beautiful day.